I read a lot about people applying to 300 jobs and getting like 2 callbacks, but I had a very different experience. I wanted to share some of my tips that I've learned. 1. I never applied a ton, I had connections. In college I joined a professional fraternity and 4 out of the 6 jobs I got were through people I knew who worked there. You get your resume handed right to the manager instead of through our. I recommend making friends with people in your class, or finding somebody else with a strong network and freeloading off of theirs and buy them lunch or something. Furthermore, people you know there can give you invaluable advice on what is going to be on the interview, what the hiring manager is like, etc. 2. I made friends with the CS gods who were role models in my class. Then, I just asked them for their resume, for them to look at mine, for their advice, their compensation and negotiation tactics, etc. It's not like the med field where other people want the competition to fail. I rarely meet any SWE who doesn't want to help others get a job. 3. Even when I cold apply, never apply on the website, there's too many people that do that. Instead, I find a recruiter on LinkedIn, I find their work email with this extension and I email them directly with my resume, my interest, and a blurb showing that I've researched the company. 4. Only applies to U.S. citizens. This sounds shitty, but if you have an Asian-sounding name and you are a citizen, put that you're a citizen on there. Some recruiters will toss resumes just because they're Asian and the company can't sponsor, even if you are a citizen. I literally put U.S. citizen next to my phone number, LinkedIn, and GitHub. 5. Interviewing is honestly all about confidence. You have to be a salesman. You can't just be good at coding and suck at talking, or vice versa. I don't really study that much the day before an interview, that's for the weeks before. I just go on walks, run, do jumping jacks, get my blood flowing so that I feel the most alive I can be before stepping into the room. 6. Credit to you, Chewbacca72, but if you don't have experience just apply to smaller companies, instead of FB, Apple, Google, MSFT. There's a reason those companies pay so well, it's cause everybody has tons of experience. It's okay to start at smaller companies where you can get good tech experience without the cool free food benefits and the company jerking you off while you work. Let me know if you want me to take a look at your resume or anything. **edit, resume tips, **. I got some PMs about resumes, I'll take a look at them but here are my tips for resumes. 1. Don't use Arial, Calibri, Times New Roman. I know this might be an unpopular opinion, but if you want to get a job, especially in Silicon Valley, make it unique. Do put some interest in design. I'm not saying make the whole thing in LaTeX or get Elon Musk to lick it before applying, but try some different fonts and dear God learn to write justify. Text on the same line, for LinkedIn, GitHub, email, phone hash icons. I use Open Sans and Railway too. Use problem, solution, impact. Indicate the problem you're trying to solve, then indicate how you solved it, what language, framework. Architecture, system, design, and then talk about impact. Financial, saved $42,000 $69,000. Operational, less people needed to do this task now. Time, saved 20% time on this operation. Here's an example, built a batch utility using Java, SQL, Hibernate. To automate self-checking of the business's pricing processing system solution, allowing the business to catch failed charges due to temporarily failed downstream services problem mixed with a little bit of solution, which in one instance saved the company $2,000 in revenue leak. 3. Split up your skills into languages and frameworks. Technologies. Languages, Java, SQL, Python. Frameworks, technologies, React, Redux, Git, Oz, Docker. 4. Bold text that is important, make text lighter or smaller. For text that is not important. Important, company names, job title, headers. Not as important, employment durations, project times, company locations. 5. Just find a good-looking CS resume online or from a friend and copy the formatting. MS Word is honestly enough for the vast majority of cases. **edit 2, here is my anonymized resume, **, not all my experience is on there, I put what I thought were the most valuable ones. I want to highlight that my resume doesn't have the biggest names on They're in terms of company names, but I do think it is a strong one due to formatting, design, and wording. Edit 3 ***. I had 4 internships in school, 1 per summer, 1 in part-time, and 2 full-time positions already. Sorry for the confusion.
Thanks for the post. About number 5. Don't forget to not sound arrogant. I know quite a few people who are really good, but are just too full of themselves. They come into interviews and make it sound like they are the best thing out there. So, you need to sell yourself by sounding like you are the best out there for the job you are applying for, not the best out there, period. If you are applying for an internship, don't make it seem like you think you could be a senior engineer. That won't pass.
You might have what many people here are lacking or are dismissing as not important: social skills.
And GT, interviewing is honestly all about confidence. Be in good shape. Dress well. Be as handsome as possible. I used to be fat, and it's amazing how people suddenly started giving me the benefit of the doubt once I trimmed down, even before I gained confidence.
In GT, it's okay to start at smaller companies where you can get good tech experience without the cool free food benefits and the company jerking you off while you work. LMAO.
And GT only applies to U.S. citizens' permanent residents as well. Anyone who will not require visa sponsorship.
LMAO. This sub advice from someone with good tips and actual success when applying to jobs gets downvoted, but posts like "I applied to 700 places and finally got an offer. Here's my advice, get hundreds of upvotes. Congrats on the success. You, China boy."
On number 6, nothing's stopping you from applying to Big N after you gain some experience and have proven yourself. I got rejected many times by MSFT, Amazon, and Google. Eventually got offers from 2. Work at one of them now. If that is truly your goal. Which, I'd say you need to re-evaluate your goals, but that's besides the point. Go work at companies that will give you the experience you need to be valuable to other companies.
Deleted.
For the folks with 300+ applications, you have to realize minimum 2/3 are outdated job postings, filled out positions, change in budge, change in program, so on and so forth. 100% out of your control things. This is why you get ghosted or automatic replies. Simple as that. It's not that nobody wants to hire you, lol. The 100 that do go through, it'll be if you meet their constraints, i.e. citizen, relocation, GPA cutoff, etc. Then like 50 of those will get seen by a recruiter, and if your resume is good and in line with what they're looking for, then you'll get calls. So focus on quality over quantity if you get frustrated by large number of applications. I try to tell people this all the time. It's not a numbers game. You shouldn't have to apply to 300 places. You only need to apply to a handful of places and get your resume into the right hands. Most of the time that is just going to meetups and networking with other industry professionals. Stop blindly dumping your resume on company websites. HR gets too many resumes and usually doesn't know what to look for. You could be the most qualified candidate and not get a call back. It's just the way it is. Get out from behind the computer and go meet some people.